Hey, Shalom Markin, this is Rakam Makapash from GMS London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, preaching his truth in all sincerity. Right, back again with another video. Right, and we had this clown Vocab come down to London, as brothers have seen. Right, this clown Vocab, right, and Satan's persistent. Give him that. This devil is persistent, right? But he's just that. He's just a devil. He's just a liar. He's just the adversary. You know, he getting paid, right, to do these things, right? So he's at work, right? Nothing but a damn agent, right? But he's wasting his damn fucking time. Right? Trying to drag brothers out of the truth, convincing they're not about that life. That they should be a Christian. Your Christian game's fucking weak, man. Like, even on a Christian level, your game's weak. Well, why the fuck would we want to listen to you anyway? You're fucking weak. Your Christian game's weak, right? No one believes anything that you fucking that comes out of your mouth, man. Yeah, full of hypocrisies, man. Right? But yeah, this devil, he made the trip again down to London to scour the earth for brothers that he can interfere with, because that's all he's doing. He's we're not here to have a debate and convince one another whose doctrine is correct. We've been through all of this, man, and he knows it. We all know it, and he's just wasting his damn time. Why bother talk to us, man? We're not that type of group. You want to go talk to IUIC or one of these other countries, you go do that, man. But for us, you're no point in talking to us. Yeah, like Apostle Tahar tell me, you're persona non grata, man. Like, you don't come around here. You're lucky that the peace force is all shit here in the UK. That man never turned up for ages. But like, we've got nothing to talk about, so why are you bothering us, man? Okay, but that just shows, man, like, Christianity is on fucking ropes. Christianity is on the damn ropes, man, that they got to, come up to us and try and revive that shit. Try and make it relevant, try and make it popping, exciting. Because Christianity is on the ropes, man, because your doctrine's weak. Your damn doctrine is weak, man. Like, you ain't gonna convince none of us, man. Especially brothers in GMS. It's not happening, man. Okay, I say your Christian level is not, like, why would we even entertain a guy that's learned all the breakdowns from us in the beginning of our elders and apostles, man? Your game's weak. all these brothers are more highly, more spiritually educated than you in the scriptures, man. So why the fuck are we gonna listen to you, man? But you're just being the devil. You're here to try and upset the show, but you ain't upsetting shit. Okay, you're just you're whining brothers. Obviously, brothers is irked by your appearance and your mouth, your speech. Right? We don't want to hear you or see you, man. But you ain't interrupting nothing. Thinking that you're doing some kind of work that you prevent the truth going out. You ain't preventing nothing. You're wasting your time. Okay, you devils have already lost in the spirit, man. What you want to do with the time you got left before your kingdom's destroyed is up to you, man. But you ain't stopping this truth. That's for damn sure. All right. So like I said, he had the audacity to come down again and search for the brothers from our camp. Doing the same fucking song and dance, the same bullshit. But yeah, like I said, devil's persistent, man. He's gonna do this, man, because that's like I say, he on the devil's books. He's set out to be an adversary, and that's what he's gonna do. But just know that that's the role he plays. He ain't no righteous guy trying to push, some righteousness. No, he's actually doing the bidding of Satan. Right? He is the enemy. Right? He's the persecutor. Because we're not looking for him. We don't give a damn what he's teaching. It's too weak to even blip on the radar. to be bothered about what he's teaching. Christianity is weak. All these other religions is weak. So these doctrines that exist don't concern us, man. We're not. We just teach you that it's not the truth. That's it. We're not. It ain't affecting. Brothers coming to the truth because Christianity exists. Fucking Christianity is dead. All these religions are dead because they're backed up by idols. They're dead religions. You want to go follow it. That's up to you, man. We're all looking for the elect. Right? And so the elect ain't gonna be phased by none of this bullshit. Okay, but you gotta try so hard to maintain your Christian numbers up. Because people are leaving. because your thing's weak. You know? But let's grab some scriptures, right? It's 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, right? Which is vocab, right? He is the devil, right? He's one of the agents of Satan, right? Sent up to trouble us, man, right? So because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? He in America, man. Doing a terrible job over there too, right? Coming over here ain't going to help you. Right? I'm going to help you one little bit. So walketh about seeking whom he may devour, right? So he's trying to convince brothers that, oh yeah, you're not really about that life. You're a kind soul or whatever you're saying, that you don't belong with these Hebrew animals. Because that's what he's trying to paint us out like we're fucking some beasts. We're just some hateful beasts that we're the scourge of the earth. But the scripture says that's how we're going to be treated. The scripture does say that, man. But we're not, are we? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, you and your Christian man are out there, bombing the shit out of, different places or whatever. You out there supporting the small hands, bombing the shit out of women and children. Who's the scourge of the earth? You devils are, man. You Edomites. You the scourge of the earth, really. Right? But obviously the world don't really paint you like that. But, it's becoming more clearer, right? These people are jumping on your ass now, man, and seeing you for what you are. Right? Yeah, our people got problems in the ghettos and shit. Yeah, we can always acknowledge that. But how are we the scourge of the earth? Okay, we only affect small areas. Esau's devilries worldwide. Worldwide. But yeah, he walketh about seeking who he may devour. Right? This is why he's going all over the damn fucking place, man. Begging people to join his cause. You better pray to your fucking God, man. You better pray to your Jesus, man. It ain't no point coming to us. We ain't gonna hear you. You're wasting damn time, man. You ain't gonna convince any one of us, man. Right? And like I said, you ain't gonna be convinced either. We ain't trying to convince you. So there's really no point of us having dialogue. It's been years, vocab. Years. Right? And what, you don't get it? You don't see what you're doing is futile? The back and forth is futile? You don't see that? That's why you gotta be you gotta be being paid to be doing this, man. You gotta be, because it's the only reason why you would be doing stupidness like this. Like I say, you don't see us going around to different religions and different camps trying to disprove them. Fuck them, who cares? They're gonna get burnt anyway, just like you. We ain't gonna worry about all of that. We're seeking for the elect. Who don't want to hear this world don't need to hear it. They ain't got to get it. All the elect are going to hear and be delivered. So the fuck you, the rest of you, man. Wasting the damn time, man. But anyway, this is what this devil's doing, man. Playing the role of Satan. Right? This is Matthew chapter 20, verse 24. It says, "For there shall arise false anointeds, right, and false prophets." He's going around like he a messenger of God, right? He got the word of the Most High with him, and he's out here trying to convert people. You're just full of shit. You're a damn hypocrite. You're full of shit. You don't know the scriptures, right? You're just a false. You're a poser, man. You're a damn fucking poser. That's what you've done in your life. Pose. Oh, look at me. I'm cool. I'm a rapper. You can't rap. Oh, I'm an evangelist. You don't know the scriptures. You're just a poser, man. You ain't doing nothing right in your whole entire life. You don't have nothing going on for you except for the battery Satan's put in your back. So there shall arise false Christs, false anointeds, right, and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, that they shall deceive the very. You're talking to the wrong people, man. Like I said, you want to go talk to these other camps, because these other camps will entertain you. We don't want to entertain you. We don't fucking need you, want you around, so piss off. We've made that very clear. Right? Because there's no point. And like I said, you ain't gonna get none of these guys at the Hebrew Israelites to follow your cause, man. Because like I say, your Christian game is weak, man. Your doctrine's weak. Your knowledge is weak. Everything about you is weak. Right? You're coming back with breakdowns that you learned from us, man. Trying to reverse engineer our own breakdowns. You didn't know shit about about anything, until you listen to the elders, the apostles, and that break down these things. You didn't know shit when you went to those seminary schools, man. So your game's weak. It's always been weak. Okay, we've boosted you up. So why the hell are we gonna sit there and listen to you? You're a son, man. You're a son. All right. So yeah, if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect, right? And like I said, man, you can't do nothing against this truth, man. You're just wasting your time. Okay, you're just wasting your time. Okay, and just annoying brothers. That's what you're doing. Heaping coals upon your own head. That's what you're doing. Right? Let me see here. Let me grab this first. I'll come back to this. Right. So I got Matthew chapter 5 and verse 11 here, right, in the blue letter. All right. It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, right, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake," right? And Vocab is one of these agents that's doing all of this, right? And he is persecuting us. We ain't persecuting him. We're just rebuking him and correcting him for his weak doctrine, right? We don't hunt down this man. What for? We ain't got to prove something to him or his congregation. This guy, he got to try and prove something. You know what I mean? Because your shit's weak, man. Right? But blessed are you. Like I said, the brothers dealt with that situation professionally in the spirit, right? But this guy, he come to torment them, to disrupt them, right? To prevent them from teaching, because he thinks that's a victory. If he could just come and prevent them from teaching, he thinks it's a victory. Not knowing there's like thousands of videos getting put up at the same time all over the fucking world, man, teaching people, waking up the elect. You think you're at one camp and you disrupt brothers and you're still getting cut anyway. But you think you're gonna come down to one camp and you're gonna stop this truth? You're a fucking idiot, man. You're a fucking idiot. Okay, you are doing nothing, absolutely nothing. If anything, you're helping our cause, man. But we don't want it. We don't need it. But you're an idiot. Right? A damn fool. Right? But blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake. Yeah, we're just the worst group in the world, the most violent, the most racist, most hateful, all this and that. Bro, there's many more different types of organizations and groups out there that are far worse than us, like far worse. Like all we do is teach the scriptures. And now you disagree of the interpretation that we have, which is the interpretation. You got a problem with it, but we're hardly violent. Yeah, you devil's gonna get burnt at the stake, right? But when the judgment comes, but we ain't doing nothing to you, man. We've become a terror unto you, man, because we have this truth, and that is it. This is why you hate us so much. But we actually done nothing to you. We ain't, like I say, we ain't fucking hunting you down, disrupting your classes or whatever. Turning up where you is and disrupting your lessons or whatever. We ain't doing that. We don't need to. What for? Who are you? All right. But I wanted to check up this word persecute, because I brought this out one time before, because when you're doing the same fucking bullshit, must be when you came down last time, but you didn't see none of our groups. You went and see some other Israelite group, right? But they weren't on point either. But you went and see them and made a scene out of that, right? But the word persecute here in Matthew 5 and 11 here, it says it's dioko, I believe. I think you pronounce it.
Strong's G 1377. Dioko.
There we go. Right.
Dioko.
And you can read through this, man, but I'm going to get to the point here, right? Under 2b, right? It says to pursue in a hostile manner, right? And number 3, it says in any way, whatever, to harass, trouble, molest one, to persecute, to be mistreated, suffer persecution on account of something, right? And this is what you are doing. You are persecuting the men of the Lord. You are fulfilling scriptures. You're fulfilling prophecy. Right? It's not us doing this to you. You're not the persecuted Christian, as like some of these guys like to go around and talk about, Christians are being persecuted. Why are you up in man's land on his doorstep teaching your thing when they don't accept your thing? Right? Doing stupidness, right? We don't following you. We're not following you around, harassing you. We're not persecuting you. It's the other way around. So who's playing what role here? You're playing the role of the devil. of Satan. Okay, we're just trying to do our work, man. We're just trying to do the Lord's work. That's what we're trying to do. But no, we got people trying to inhibit us, man, prevent us from building the temple, just like those damn heathens, man. When we're trying to build it, rebuild the temple, these damn heathens were troubling us, man, trying to prevent us from doing it. That's what you're doing. So you ain't nothing but a damn devil, man, an agent, Satan. Right? And it's clear, and I say it's clear. It is clear, right? But obviously the Most High got the blinders on people, man, that can't see shit. Right? But it's clear as day, man, that you're nothing but a damn agent, a damn adversary to us. Right? And we've got nothing to talk about. We've got nothing to discuss, man. Ain't no point trying to come up here, trying to convince us that your doctrine is correct, because it's fucking, like I said, it's weak as hell, man. Got more holes than SpongeBob, man. And it's just a waste of time. You're wasting everybody's time. The truth is still going to go out there. The elect is still going to be fed and edified. So what is it you're achieving? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. All right. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Right. So now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And this is what you're trying to do. This is the role you're playing on the earth, right? And this is what you're trying to do with poor results, because your shit's weak, right? You're trying to seduce brothers out of the truth, because you can't really combat you can't combat the truth. You're trying to find weak links, right? And if weak links are even, if you even manage to find weak links, right, in any group or whatever, guess what, man? They're just not a part of this thing anyway. It don't stop the overall truth. The truth still moves on, right? The train don't stop for nobody. If you want to get off, get off. The train's gonna carry on going. No, you ain't gonna be able to get back on. You know what I'm saying? The train's gonna continue moving. Okay, but you ain't stopping this. You feel, you might feel like you're getting little victories because someone might join your cause. Bro, your whole thing is weak, man. It's gonna amount to nothing anyway, right? Taking the Israelite at the truth isn't you defeating the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing nothing but fruitless works. All right, nothing but fruitless works. This is John chapter 10, verse 28. It says, read up verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Right? The elect follow the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They ain't following you, Vocab. Right? The elect know the truth. Okay? Us brothers have the truth. Okay? We ain't gonna hear you, some damn serpent that don't even know the scriptures. You might as well work on the average so-called black man. Right? But us brothers that have been in this truth, man, in any amount of time, right? There ain't no point in talking to us, man, because we know you're full of shit. Who the fuck would want to follow you? But anyways, and I give them unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man, that includes you, Vocab, any man, you're just a man, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. Right? You can't do that. You don't have the power to do that. If you get anybody that comes to your side, man, it wouldn't because of you, because your game's weak. But the Most High reject that, man. That is the only way. That is the only way it can happen. Okay, you got no power. So neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. They can't be plucked out of the Lord's hand, man. They're the Lord's. Right? It says, my Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. Right? So it's just wasting your own time, man. You know? Let me grab this. All right, because I found a new name for you. A new passage for you to get on you with, right? As I don't know if bro brought this one out before, but where is it? Yeah, Acts chapter 13, verse 6, right? I'm going to read this passage, right? And it says, and when they had gone through the isle unto Paphos, they found a certain sorcerer, a false prophet, a Jew, whose name was Bar Jesus, right, which was the deputy of the country. Sergius Paulus, a prudent man, who called for Barnabas and saw and desired to hear the word of God. Right? But Elymas, the sorcerer, for so is his name by interpretation, withstood them. Right? So them man wanted to hear the word, right? But Elymas was like, no, you can't be listening to this. Right? Elias withstood them, seeking to turn the deputy from the faith. Right? He didn't want him to convert to the truth. Right? So Elymas stood in the way. And this is Vocab. Vocab's Elymas, right? The sorcerer. Right? Damn witch. Right? So then Saul, who is called Paul, filled with the Holy Ghost, set his eyes on him. Right? And this is what we do when we get on your other accounts. Our eyes get set on you, man, and we rebuke with all long suffering, man, because you other camps and other people out there, you stay on stupid anyway, you don't understand. So every time you say something that's incorrect, we're gonna make a video, correct it, rebuke it, whatever, right? Our eyes are set on you. We scopeo you, right? You keep, put you in the sights. Okay, we don't come and harass you though. You know what I mean? We don't, like I say, turn up to your place of work or where you're teacher and things like this, like these other dickheads have done in the past. Right? We just simply teach the word, right? Defend the gospel. Okay. So we set his eyes on him, verse 10, and said, "O full of subtlety and all mischief," Vocab, right? This is you, thou child of the devil, right? Thou enemy of all righteousness, right? Wilt thou not cease to pervert the ways of the Lord? This is Vocab. He's trying his darn bestest, right? To draw brothers out of the truth, because he's a pervert of righteousness, man. He's a pervert of righteousness. He's trying to pervert the ways of righteousness, man, with his bullshit doctrines that him and his people don't even follow. They're damn hypocrites. So now, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thee, and thou shalt be blind, not seeing the sun for a season. Vocab, you're going to receive judgment at some point, man. Whether it be, before the missiles come or whatever, you're gonna experience judgment, right? So now, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thee, and thou shalt be blind, not seeing the sun for a season. And immediately there fell on him a mist and a darkness, and he went abroad seeking some to lead him by the hand. Right? Then the deputy, which when he saw what was done, believed, right? Which I believe is Bar Jesus here, right? He was a deputy, right? Let me see, make sure I got that right. Certain sorts. So this guy was a sorcerer as well, a false prophet, a Jew whose name was Bar Jesus, right? Which was the deputy of the country. Yeah, right. So he believed after he saw what happened to Elymas, because Elymas was talking that shit. Same way Vocab is, right? So yeah, then the deputy, when he saw what was done, believed, being astonished at the doctrine of the Lord. Right? So yeah, man, you got another name, Elymas now. So it's Haman, Elymas, Satan, the devil. Fat. What's that name? Another one to the long illustrious list of names that you got, that brothers so dearly have for you. Fathead snake, right? Yeah, right. Because all you're doing is resisting the truth, right? And you're trying to prevent others from receiving it, man. But it's a fruitless work, man. I told you. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. I'll just get the point, right? So now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. We've been telling you this for ages, man. Just leave us alone, man. There is no point opening discussion, man. We've already done all this, right? You ain't changed your opinion and whatever, and you ain't gonna change ours, right? So there's no point in going back and forth. There's no point meeting us in person. Like, you're gonna get something else out of it. Okay, you merely do that because Satan's got a battery in your back. He's paying you off, and you're getting your little bit of fame or whatever from meeting with us, because your thing's dying. Your Christianity is dying. All right? And so you need something to keep it relevant. Right? This is the only reason you do it, because your doctrine's weak. Right? Full of holes, man. It says, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. And this is how we deal with the situation. Your Christianity is nothing. Right? What you got, you billion man strong, whatever, is gonna come to naught, because it is nothing. It's not a threat to nothing. And you're already bigger than us. Right? You got 1 billion man strong, declining a little bit, but you're being held up by the Chinese, by those Moabites, man, because they're coming in their droves, man, because you're managing to convert them. Oh, good luck to you, man. But the so-called white man and the so-called black man, they're leaving the churches, man. That's just the truth, right? They're going into different things. They're coming to, the Hebrew Israelites and stuff like this, man. Your Christianity for so-called black and so-called white people is dwindling, right? The Moabites are popping up your numbers right now, but it don't matter. Your whole thing is gonna come to naught. You're not a threat. You're not even a rival. You know what I'm saying? You're not even a rival, but to you we are. Because you know we have this truth, man, and this is why you're playing that role as Satan. That's why Satan putting money into you, man, to do what you do. Because this world and these elites and whatever, they know we have the truth. We are that threat spiritually. Okay, but you want to make us to be like we're some carnal threat, which we ain't, right? Because if you were spiritual, man, you'd behave in this manner. Like, if, refrain from these men, we leave you alone. You ain't doing nothing. We ain't going to prevent you from doing anything. We ain't worried about you taking people away from us. Anyone wants to go with you, man, you can have them. Obviously not part of the elect anyway. So, we don't need sleep over you. I guarantee you sleep over us, though. Pardon me. Right, so again, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught, right? This Christianity is going to come to naught. There's this Islam is going to come to naught. This Buddhism is going to come to naught. All these religions, right? All going to come to naught. Right, and it's not because we went over there and, beefed it out with them and confounded them and tore their doctrine apart and, in public and, did all this and whatever. You don't have to do all of that. Okay, it will naturally just come to naught. Because what's going to happen? The Lord's going to turn up. And then there's no more debating no more. Because the Lord's going to prove it all, right? His word is going to be supreme. It's going to be proven and shown to everybody. That's not for us to prove, man. The Lord's going to do it all. Right? So we ain't got to worry about all of that. Right? Verse 39. But if it be of God, the Most High Yahweh, right? Ye cannot overthrow it. Meaning there's nothing you could do about it. Right? So even if you come and did all this, even if you came and slayed us, man, put us to death, it won't change the outcome. It won't change the truth. Right? Everything will still manifest. Right? You could lock us all up. You could put us all to death. Nothing would change. You can try and embarrass us in public. Do some goofy shit. Get the megaphone and speak over the top of us so no one can hear. You can do all that fucking stupid shit. It ain't gonna change a damn thing. Right? So, but if it be of God, you cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High, right? And that is what you're doing to your own destruction. And this is why we're not worried about you. Yes, you're fucking annoying. Yes, you piss off brothers because you're annoying. You're irritating, right? And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to break our composure and that, right? You're trying to interrupt our lessons, our teaching. And yeah, it's annoying, right? But you're going to be destroyed anyway. Right? As much as we know, as much as we would like it to happen now, right? You're going to be around as long as the Most High has you around, right? But only you're not achieving anything, man. You're just annoying us, man. So if we get you on that plantation, it's going to be worse for you. Well, not if, when we get you on that plantation, because you might die before that, but you're going to come back anyway. when we get you, it's going to be worse, man, because you irritate us, man. And we're going to make sure you understand how much you irritated us in the kingdom. We're going to make sure you know exactly how much. You're going to get the worst of it. Out of all the Edomites that might be around it, you're going to get the fucking worst of it, man. you better hope you ain't no fucking Edomite, man. I swear. Brothers are going to have a field day with you in the kingdom, man. I swear, man. Fuck's sake. Oh, man. Right, so yeah, again, but if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it. Lest happily ye be found even to fight the Most High. Right? It's just retarded. Right? It's retarded. But he is. So Cain is Esau. They're retarded, isn't it? So they're going to do these stupid things. Right? And not act spiritual. Right? Because if he was a spiritual man, understood the scriptures, he would just let us do what we're doing. And one day, if he's correct, we'll just fizzle out. Right? With no effort made. No flight tickets made and no traveling cabs and Secret Service vehicles or whatever, man. None of that. It wouldn't cost them a penny. No effort used, But no. Of course not. He ain't going to sit back and be spiritual, is he? Of course not. He a damn Edomite, damn devil. Right? In 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And that's what I mean. You're on that fucking list because that's the role you're playing. You're trying to cause trouble. You ain't here for no rational discussion or whatever. Because it's been years, Vocab. You know the drill by now. You know what we teach. We know we don't believe in what you're teaching. You don't believe in what we're teaching. That's it, man. Go your separate ways, innit? Right? It's as simple as that. Why carry on with this back and forth? Why make all this time and effort just to come and see us, man? To talk to us? Why? So you can find some chink in the armor in these camps and be the devil, basically. Be the serpent, the divide and conquer type shit. You know what I mean? Be the devil. You're trying to look for an occasion to be the devil. But the Lord is going to recompense tribulation to them that trouble us. And like I said, when we get our hands in your kingdom, man, Lord willing, you're an Edomite, right? When we get our hands in the kingdom, we're gonna make sure you're gonna get judged, right? Obviously, but when you get into our hands, man, we're gonna make sure you understand. You're gonna understand, man. Yeah. Because right now we can't do nothing, man. This is the thing. If we were so violent, man, we would just smash you up now, right? You wouldn't leave the UK or whatever, man. But that's not the time we're in. All right. So you get the freedom to do all this madness. And we have to suffer it. But in the kingdom, we ain't going to suffer it. And in fact, we're going to remember everything, man, and treat you accordingly. Right? But it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. Take rest. Take what's that word, man? Take peace or take pleasure, right? Or comfort, take comfort, right? That's what I'm looking for, right? Take comfort with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, right? Because that's the time we have to wait for until we can, really do something about all this madness we have to endure, right? But it says, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction? You, man, are going to get destroyed that come up against us. All of you. I know this is a vocab-centric video, but all of you that come up against us, man, are going to be destroyed. Right? Time is it? Shit. Right? You're going to be destroyed, right? So who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power? Right? So that's what I want from that, right? So yeah, you're gonna get what's coming to you. Okay? And so this is the last one. I'm going to close up. Right? It's Revelation chapter 21, verse 8. Right? It says, but the fearful and unbelieving, Vocab is not a believer. Right? Made that apparently clear. Right? And the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers, Elimus, right? Vocab Elimus, right? And sorcerers and idolaters and all liars. Vocab's a damn fucking liar. Right? Brother did that other video. The brother Caleb did that video. We see you. in that white car with the blacked up windows, man, you know, and what you said, right? You're an agent, man. All right. And all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, man. So you're gonna get judged, man. Like I said, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen to you personally. But all we know, man, is that you're gonna get judged, and when we see you in the kingdom, man, we're gonna make sure that your life's complete fucking misery, more than the average Edomite. Right? Because you just don't quit, man. And you're just, like I said, heaping coals up on your own head, man, because you should just let us alone. But you can't do it. The Most High's got you on the left-hand side doing all this madness, so you can get fucked up. You know? Which is going to be very satisfying for us in the kingdom. You know? So shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Alright? So yeah, I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, this has been edifying. And I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. Until next time, I say shalom.